Welcome to Veliko Tarnovo bus station. We've just come from the modern capital of Bulgaria and now we're here in the classic capital, Veliko Tarnovo. Come and join us, we're going to have a look around, it's going to be fun. This is the lovely hotel we're staying at, the Park Hotel. Just outside the city, so we've got to walk up this big hill first, but I've been chatting with some of the locals and they've given us a few spots to go and check out. Guys, I'm really starting to get to grips with the local language, Bulgarian. Look, Tsarevets Gumi, this means get your tyres serviced. Wonder what used to be here, looks like an abandoned country house. Wow, look at this beautiful view of the valley. You've got the church up on the hill opposite the main part of the city. And a park just opposite us. Beautiful valley with a river running through it. The train line. You can really see why this was the ancient capital of Bulgaria. Very strategic location, of course, here on the river. Surrounded by hills, very good for defending from all of the different tribes who were trying to take you over. Of course, where we are here is very much the gateway into Europe from Asia. Would have been the Ottomans, all of the different Slavs, the Hungarians even, the Romanians as well, battling over this area. Panos, look, this street is named after that statue we saw back there. Nicola Piccolo. I wonder what was Piccolo about him. Yeah, here's the castle, it's called the Tsarevets. It says tickets control, but there was nobody selling tickets back there and there's nobody controlling the tickets, so I guess we just walked through today. Must be a freebie, hopefully nobody asks us and throws us in some Bulgarian jail. What a place, you just feel like you're surrounded by history here. 80,000 people live here, but it's very spread out. Retains much of its ancient character, but also you see little slices of modernity or of the Eastern Bloc past as well. You can see this building up there, this kind of I guess it's hexagonal or octagonal shaped, which I guess is some kind of a restaurant from the communist days. Of course, maybe you can see that down in the valley there's a church with a gold dome in the Orthodox style.
Hello. Sorry?
Across the street after the restaurant.
Oh, so we have to go back. We cannot buy from you.
Ticket office. Please.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so there is some kind of guy controlling us, so let's go back, buy tickets.
Okay.
We got found out. At least we didn't end up in a jail. Yeah. I don't understand why they don't just get that guy to sell us tickets on the way up, instead of this double administration. But let's, here we go, the ticket office.
It's always when you are going out, not inside.
The Casa, here we go. And here's your little ticket. 10 leva each to get in, so that's what, €5? Now we've got to hike all the way back up to our little mate.
Yeah.
There we go. We're in.
Finally.
The Tsarevets Architectural Reserve. Let's go and get our money's worth, perhaps. So this is how it looked in the 14th century. You can see why they decided to build a fortress here, because it was a very sinuous part of the river. You've got many, many, many curves here. Good for defense, of course. Not so good if you're trying to take the ancient Bulgarian capital. We're quite high up here. It would be easy to see your enemies coming to invade you. And I guess here there would have been houses. Oh look, maybe somebody is still living here. There's a satellite dish. Yeah, Sky Sports in there. In the ancient fortress. Tourist tat, I guess, trying to get people to buy pictures of their little sons and daughters dressed up as kings and queens, princes and princesses. Oh, there's some freaky sound. It's like the fruit cellar in Corfu.
Thank you. I thought at the beginning it was you making fun of something.
That is not the kind of thing I would ever do. Alright, in this church, apparently there's an elevator which takes you up to the most panoramic view of all of the panoramic views in this fortress. So let's go see if we can find it. Alright, there are some steps here, but we think it's around the back. It's an extra 2 lev. I've got about 60, 80 mini levs, whatever you want to call them. So I don't even have 1 lev, and Panos has only got 2, so we're going to skip this one. Unless they accept card, which is unlikely in this part of the world for an attraction like that. Wow. Here we are on the other side of the church now. These rocks, I guess, mark out different houses, different rooms. And apparently, on this very steep side of the fortress, this is where public executions were performed in ancient Bulgaria. Gruesome to think that that's what used to happen here. Of course, no visit to a Bulgarian city is complete without a visit to the church. Yeah, it seems like the emphasis was very much in there of fear. And that's where you can go for 2 lev, if you have enough money with you.
www.soundandlight.bg.
This is a really cool place to visit. There's just one thing, and it's these little speakers around. They're a bit freaky. Every now and then there's this guy telling you about a light show, or call this number for reservations, or whatever. And he has a very British accent. It's like this new kind of.
It's like someone like Lloyd is making fun, using the speaker to prank the people.
It seems like something out of the Teletubbies to me. Well, that was a nice little visit to the old fortress. Let's see what else we can go and discover in Bulgaria's ancient capital. Alright, now we're looking for the mini Bulgaria, and we've had to come down and do like a figure of 8 around here. Don't go up on the bridge, like Google Maps suggests. You're meant to come down the road and then through this little path here.
Hey,
Oh,
it's a cat.
it's a wild cat of Bulgaria. Actually, it looks quite domesticated. Right, where do we go from here? Down there? Down here and then left.
Ah, so it's like a
Secret road.
secret shortcut.
Look at us shortcutting our way through Bulgaria.
Turn left towards Alika, Mihail Kefalov.
Okay.
Cheers, Alexa. Well, Google lady. I keep calling her Alexa. Fucking hell. These angry dogs. Flipping it. There was a bit of a jump scare there.
They were hiding and they were waiting for someone, but then I find out, not today.
I didn't get it on camera, but these 3 dogs just jumped out at us straight away, parked. Oh, Bulgaria. Something I've seen quite often in Bulgaria are these coffee machines in the street. And typically they're selling them for about half a lev, what, 25 cents?
Mini Bulgaria.
Mini Bulgaria. Ah, yeah, there we go. So Mini Bulgaria is that way. We're going the wrong way. Maybe we can do a quick Cyrillic lesson with you. If you don't know Cyrillic, I'm sure many of you do watching, but the M means M. The backwards N is an I. The H is actually an N. And then this kind of like messed up looking B is a B. And then Bulgaria, yeah, you can work out the rest from that. I've never ever studied the Cyrillic alphabet, but I can read pretty much all of it already just from my travels. You just have to take advantage of when you see transliterations next to each other, and you kind of learn it as you kind of pick it up as you go. Here we're coming up to one of the corners of the fortress. This is the Tower of Baldwin. You can see the battlements up there. This would obviously have been one of the lookout points in defending the ancient city, the ancient fortress. There's a flag here. Can't really tell if it's Bulgarian or Russian from the colours. They seem to have used the heart from the Eurovision Song Contest logo. Well, there's a gate open. So we have to wait for them to boot up the old credit card system.
It make problem 2-3 days. I see now what make.
Normal now.
No, it's okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
We're actually leaving Bulgaria in 2 days' time. So instead of visiting the whole country, we decided to come to the mini Bulgaria to have a look at what else there is in Bulgaria before we go.
I like the train.
Yeah, look at the train. Not sure about the music playing around. Gonna get me a copyright strike. Normal now?
Now it's okay.
No, it's okay. Normal now.
And you also you can take this. You breathe. Yes,
Okay.
you don't pay.
Wonderful, no problem now.
And this, yes. This one now.
Oh, Messi.
Thank you.
The card machines are always playing up here in Bulgaria. But we finally got in. Thanks to good old Revolut. Okay, as a couple of travellers, our first port of call, of course, is going to be the airport. So this is actually Varna International Airport. So what they've done is they've tried to make the park kind of geographically accurate. So you've got the port of Varna over here as well. Look at these beautiful hotels on the Black Sea coast. The Pantheon Monument of Varna. Would have been lovely if we could have shown you all of these places in the flesh, but a 5-day trip, you can't do all of it. I'll tell you what, it's a lot cheaper than the mini Europe in Brussels. That's about €17 to visit, I think. But there you get, I guess, 28 countries. Here you only get one. In much more detail, look at this. And this is Rus, the border town with Romania. It's the Monument of Liberty. And here is where we've just been, Veliko Tarnovo. You can see the actual church of the fortress up in the distance, and the one that's here in the mini Bulgaria just here. And there's the recreation of the path as well. I wonder if they've got our mate checking the tickets in there as well. I never realised that Bulgaria has so many stunning buildings, so much lovely architecture all across the country, not just in the capital and here in Veliko Tarnovo, but pretty much anywhere you go in the country it looks like there's something to see, something to do. Okay, so I'm going to say it's not quite geographically accurate because we've gone from Varna over there in the east, then we've gone west to Veliko Tarnovo, now we've gone back east. And this looks like a mini golf course, this part. Bulgaria has lovely buildings and it also has roads. Okay, coming here is giving me some serious inspiration for future trips. Look at this. And maybe some parts of the mini Bulgaria are not as well kept as others look. I recognise this place, Panos. I think we went there the other day.
It's a kind of monastery.
I think we're going to have to come back to this country, man. It's really interesting. Seems like very much a Roman city, Plovdiv. You've got an aqueduct here as well, with a road on either side apparently. They're not going to crash. No, they're fine. The Devil's Bridge over the Ardo River. We're back here in like what I would call the modern city centre now. Mother Bulgaria statue is dedicated to those killed in 4 different wars. 1885, the Serbo-Bulgarian War. 1877 to 78, the Russo-Turkish War. 1912 to 1913, the First Balkan War. and 1915 to 1918, of course what we know today as the First World War. Wow, it really makes you realise. Obviously I live in Belgium at the moment, and they often say that Belgium is the battleground of Europe, or was the battleground of Europe. If Belgium's the battleground of Europe, maybe Bulgaria was the battleground of Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, battleground of the Balkans. Here at the crossroads where so many cultures meet, Slavic, Turkish, Greek of course, even Latin, Roman to the north. It's no wonder that you come to a city like Veliko Tarnovo and you find a monument like this in the main square, reminding everybody of the peace that they're living under, the relative peace, let's say. Of course now, with Mother Bulgaria looking out over them. Do you remember in Sofia I was telling you about the registration plates? Well, here it's BT, even though it's Veliko Tarnovo, spelt with a V. Here they've again used the Cyrillic alphabet as the Latin alphabet and used the B to make BT. Is it spelt with
It's V.
yeah, it's a
For
V.
us, the normal people, it's V.
Exactly. For normal people. For people using Cyrillic, it's a V. But they've used the Latin B to be a V. One thing about Veliko Tarnovo, it's a very hilly city, so lots of hills. So we're back at the hotel now. We're gonna chill out a bit, have a quick nap, and then we're gonna go to the relax zone, which includes a spa. Well, it's like a spa, isn't it? It's got, what has it got?
Turkey steam room,
Turkish steam room,
sauna,
and jacuzzi.
jacuzzi.
Yeah, so. And we'll quickly show you the room as our last little thing on this video, shall we? We'll show you what you can get for 66 lev a night.
This is the key.
This is the key. This is what you get for 66 lev per night.
Just the key.
About €34.
Ready?
Look at this. Oh, the maid's been fantastic. Look at this. We've got twin beds, so we don't have to share a bed like we did in Sofia.
Oh yeah.
Look, the maid's even laid out my tracky bottoms all nice, so we'll be nice and warm. You've got some little hooks to hang your coat. Here's the bathroom. Beautiful. I think this was really good value for €34. Plenty of wardrobe space. Obviously we're not in the city centre, it's about 15 minutes walking. But it's really nice. I mean, we got a really good deal because of the time of year. But you've also got this balcony. Oh. With a pool view. Nobody using it, of course, in the winter. And you've got a lovely view of where we've just been, over in the old fortress from the balcony. But the balconies are not very private, you can see they're all kind of open, but I guess that's part of the communal aspect when you come out to the Bulgarian countryside for a little trip. So yeah, it's been fun exploring Veliko Tarnovo. I would get Panos to say bye. Oh, here he is. He's disappeared into the bathroom. Panos is scared, he's gone camera shy, so goodbye only from me this time.
Goodbye.
Oh, look. Take care, guys.